Hey guys, what's up? I'm Maddie. For those of you who don't usually watch my channel, it's primarily geared towards helping gay youth with coming out, or just, people in the closet who they can see that they're not alone. However, I'm kind of new starting out, so I was racking my brain trying to think of things I could do to help you guys get to know me a little bit better and hopefully, subscribe and watch more. And I was like, oh, never have I ever. That's a fun game to play with friends, and it'd be cool to have people come on my channel. However, my county is currently in a level 2 snow emergency, so nobody's going anywhere. So, I kept on thinking, and I was like, oh, I'll just do something that I've seen other people do. So, first off, you don't watch Kaylin and Lucy or Shannon and Cami. Shannon and Cami are Now This Is Living. Go watch them, because they're super awesome, and they're way more awesome than I'd ever be. Second off, they're the one who gave me the idea to do this. So, I'm going to do 25 things that you don't know about me. Now, excuse me if I look up a couple times, because I have the list in front of me. Because I couldn't think of 25 things. Now, these are 25 things that my friends should know about me. There's a couple that they may not know. They should know these things. And if you're one of my friends and you're watching this and you don't know these, shame on you. So, without further ado, we will begin. 1, I love to sing. I sing all the time. I don't stop singing, and it drives my family absolutely crazy. I've been in choir on and off since I was little, but consecutively I've been in it since 7th grade. And I'm kind of hoping I can do singing in college too. I think that'd be a lot of fun. 2, I'm a giant nerd. Like, humongous. The first thing, if you talk to my friends, it's like, oh, what's Maddie like? Oh, she's super smart. That's probably the first thing that they'll tell you. And maybe that I'm nice. That might be the first thing that they tell you, depending on the person. Most of them will just tell you that I'm smart. So, and I'm just a giant nerd. I love to learn about things. Primarily biology. I just find it fascinating how we grow and change and learn. Number 3, I love basketball and field hockey. I have played basketball since I was old enough to walk. It's just something that I've always loved and I've always had a passion for. Field hockey I started in high school because at my school they don't really start it till high school. So it was something that I hadn't really heard about, and I was kind of on the fence if I wanted to do it, but a couple of my basketball teammates did it, so I was like, why not? Turns out I really love it. I can't play anymore, which sucks. I have like a hip problem and it threw me out of all my sports. So I can't play sports anymore, but I still kind of do it on the side for fun when I can. 4, I'm going to BGSU in the fall, and I'm super excited. I already have my roommate and everything, so I'm really excited to just graduate and go. I'm going to major in pre-med with an emphasis on biology, because you have to have like an emphasis, and I don't have a death wish, so I didn't put it on chemistry. And I'm required to have a minor, so I'm going to minor in film or performance, just something like that, because I really love cinematography and film and performing. Number 5, Cinco. I am a huge animal lover. I love animals so much. It's ridiculous. The only animal that I'm not like a huge fan of are cats. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to hate me for that. However, I have 3 cats right now, and they're kind of cool, so I like them. But for the most part, I'm just really not a huge cat fan. I love dogs. They're my favorite, by far. Dogs that are domesticated, at least. I love dogs, and my favorite animal is a wolf. My favorite place probably is the zoo. I love going to the zoo. It's so much fun. And a lot of people would probably laugh at me because I'm 18. But whatever. It's just a really cool place to go and to watch all the animals. Number 6. I love photography. I really love taking pictures of nature. My dad got me into photography. And he mainly takes pictures of nature. So he kind of got me into that, and I really like doing that, and just finding things that people don't really look for. You know, there's so much that people take pictures of that's just there, but even things that look ordinary, if you take it at a different angle, it really changes the perspective of the picture and can make it look really cool. So I love doing things like that. Number 7. Me gusta hablando en español. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, I just said I like speaking in Spanish. I first got introduced to Spanish when I was in 6th grade, probably, because I did this Kids in College thing through our community college. It was a lot of fun. But I really got into it on my 9th grade year. And since then I've just really just been soaking it in, and the culture and the language, and I really love everything about it. It's just such a celebratory culture and such a beautiful thing. And so I would really love to study abroad someday and just really get immersed into the culture. You know, our Spanish teacher right now is from the Dominican Republic, so she can really bring a lot of that to us, but there's only so much that you can bring. So I'd really like to experience it firsthand. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Number 8, I love being outside. Not when it's freezing and colder than Alaska, but in the summer, I really love being outside. I love to hike and bike, and I just love to be in nature, because I feel like you get to connect to each other rather than connecting through technology. We're so technology absorbed, which isn't a bad thing. But it's really cool to just kind of get back to the basics and really connect with people. Love to go camping with my family. We haven't really done that yet, but my mother said the only way she'd camp is in a Best Western, so I have a sinking suspicion that's probably not going to happen. So I'll just camp with friends, because that'll be fun. And my parents got me camping gear for Christmas, so I'm going to go on a camping trip. Number 9. Said this in my coming out video, probably not all of this, but I have 2 moms, and they've been together for 7 years, and I have 5 brothers total. Technically 2 are stepbrothers, but we really don't differentiate my family, because it doesn't make a difference whether you're blood or not. It's whether you're family. And so all of us are from the ages of 13 to 19, and I'm the only girl. So that's fun. Everyone always is like, oh my gosh, that sucks. It really doesn't. Like, I feel like it's made me tougher to have 5 brothers, and I just love being around them. They're funny and goofy, and they, you know, are always there when I need them. So I love them a lot, and it doesn't suck having 5 brothers. It's fun. I think it's better than having a sister, probably. I think it'd be cool to have a sister, but at the same time, I feel like she'd be more girly than me, and I wouldn't really connect with her. So having 5 brothers is pretty sweet. Number 10, I'm really involved in theater. I do theater through our community college and through my high school, and I just really love it. Once I couldn't do sports, I got involved in theater, and I was really reluctant to do that because I wanted to do television, but my mom told me I should start in theater because it would help you get a base. And at first I just didn't believe her, and I was angry that she was making me do it. But some of my best friends are in theater now, so I'm really happy that she pushed me to do that, and it's so much fun. I enjoy it way more than I expected, and it's just cool to become a character and to forget who you are and just become someone else. It's a lot of fun, and I love it. Number 11. I love movies. Like, I'm obsessed with movies. It's like an addiction. It's really bad. I probably shouldn't be this obsessed with movies and television. I don't watch television very often because I don't have enough time to, but when I do, I just am really into it, and I love it. Lost is actually my all-time favorite television show. It's fantastic, and Evangeline Lilly is the reason that I act. So thank you to her. Not that she'll ever watch this, but either way, there you go. That's why I got in theater and acting in the first place. Number 12. I am not a patient person. I'm just not. If you talk to my friends, they'd probably tell you I am. There might be a few who would tell you that I'm not. Which is funny, because I really don't feel like I'm that patient even. I'm more patient with my friends than I am with my family, but I feel like I still give that vibe of impatience off. Apparently I don't. But, I just don't like tedious things. I like to get things done, and I like it to be done fast. So, it's probably not a good thing, and I've been working on it, and I've gotten better, but I feel like that's always going to be a thing. Number 13. I'm not a picky eater. Like, I just love food, because who doesn't? However, I can't eat fish. Like, ugh. The only fish I can eat is tuna. When my food looks at me with those eyes, that's disgusting. Like, I just picture Nemo, and I'm eating Nemo. And who wants to eat Nemo? Like, no, it's not a thing. So yeah, I just really can't eat fish, except for tuna, because it doesn't look at me when I eat it. It just looks like chicken. And so yeah, ugh, I can't even think about it. It's so disgusting. So for those of you who like seafood, yay. I'm glad that you can eat it, but I just can't. I'll eat anything else, though. Number 14, I love to read. I'm not one of these people who, like, it's like a crazy love to read person. Like, I can't sit down for a whole day and read. I would probably go crazy because I can't sit still even, like, during this video. I have to be moving. But I really love fantasy books. Those are my favorite. I just love to get into that world. And if you love fantasy books, read Terry Goodkind. He has some fantastic books out. And it's really cool because he not only gives the fantasy side, but he kind of connects it even to life today, which is kind of cool because a lot of fantasy books don't do that. But yeah, he's just a really cool dude. So check his books out. 15. I love kids. I love being around kids. I love, watching them and babysitting. And I could be in, a room with 12 kids and be totally happy. That are like 5 and be totally happy. I feel like I get along better with 5-year-olds and like 50-year-olds than I do kids my own age. Because I'm either really mature or I'm really not. It depends on who I'm around. So yeah, I just really love to play with kids and just, I feel like they have so much more imagination than we do. And so it's good to get back to that sometimes and just to remember what it was to be a kid. And I think that it's important that people do that. And it's just fun. And it's really cool to, like, hear their perspective on things, because they have some pretty cool perspectives sometimes. Even though they're 5, they're still pretty smart. 16, I would like to either be a pediatric surgeon or an actress. And yes, I know, they are on 2 completely different ends of the spectrum. However, they are both things that I'm extremely passionate about. I would prefer to be an actress, but I wouldn't be upset if I was a pediatric surgeon. Acting, I can just have fun, and who doesn't want to be paid to have fun? And with pediatrics, I can be around kids, and I can help kids who genuinely need it. So that would be cool. And that's more like the medicinal route, and I like learning about biology and medicine and all of that. So, number 17, if you can't see, I have a stuffed animal collection. Like a massive one. It's bad. It's kind of like my TV obsession. It's awful. However, I'm going to be getting rid of some of my stuffed animals. Well, most of them probably. I'd like to donate them to children who don't have stuffed animals. I think that'd be nice. Or like toys or anything. Because you can do a lot with a stuffed animal. Like, it could be your only toy. There are a couple that I'm not going to get rid of. Like this man here. This is King. He's pretty beat up. I've had him for like 8 years. But, yeah, I just really love that stuffed animal. My mom gave it to me a while ago for probably Christmas. But I've had it for a really long time. So I'm going to keep it. Sorry, I have the list in front of me because I just can't think of 25 things on the top of my head. 18. I play piano a little bit. I used to play when I was little. I played for like a few months. Up to several months, maybe? I don't know. Anywhere between a few months and several months. And I didn't like it when I was a kid. I really didn't. I was like 1st grade and I just hated it for whatever reason. But now I really love it. And so I've been trying to get back into it. And I've been looking at my theory books and all of that. So I kind of hope that I can because I really love piano now. And so yeah, I play piano a little. And I like learning things on YouTube and it's fun. 19. Love to dance. Bad at it sometimes, depending on the beat. Like, you actually have to have something that I can dance to. But I can't do, like, crazy moves and stuff like that. I'm no Twitch or anything. But I definitely like to dance, and I definitely can get pretty intense sometimes. At least at school dances. Usually my impromptu house dances are lame, but what are you going to do about it? 20? I have a huge sweet tooth. Like, I just love anything sweet. I love candy, and donuts are probably my favorite food on the entire planet. This morning, I literally had a donut that was, like, this long and, like, that thick. And it had cream in the middle. Maple cream filled. Like, maple icing with cream in the middle. Those are the best donuts ever. And the place that I got them from were huge. So, it was totally worth it. Even though I had a donut, and the same donut, and frozen yogurt yesterday. I don't really care. Number 21. I was in band for one day. One day. And before you judge me for that, here's the story. My mom played flute when she was in high school. She was in marching band. And so I was like, oh, my mom would probably want me to play flute because I'm close to my mom. So I was like, oh, I just want to make her proud, whatever. So I decided I'd play flute. And play flute. I never touched it. I signed up to play it. I literally never touched the thing. I probably touched it once, but I never played it. I wanted to do percussion. Ironically enough, 2 of my brothers do percussion. But I really wanted to do it, and I didn't. Because I'm lame. And so I quit band after one day, because I couldn't switch, and I wanted to do it, but I couldn't, so I just dropped out. 22. I'm really good at Sudoku. And I actually really love doing it, back to that nerdy thing. When I was in 5th grade, I had a camp counselor in the Y. She always played Sudoku on the bus, and I always sat by her on the bus, so she started to kind of teach me it or whatever, and I liked it, but I wasn't, I didn't love doing it. So I didn't really do it that much when I was in 5th grade, but a couple years later, I really got into it. I kind of use it as a calming method now, as lame as that is. So when I'm, like, frustrated or I have nothing to do, I just play Sudoku. Either on my phone, or my mom got me this, like, huge book of Sudoku. It's, like, that thick. And I was so happy. Anyway, 23. My least favorite subject in school is math. Because math sucks. The only math that I'm good at is algebra, because it actually makes sense. Geometry, it doesn't make sense. I haven't had to do statistics or calculus or any of that, so I kind of hope that I don't have to. Well, I do have to, but kind of hope it doesn't suck as much as geometry. Because I think I cried more. Well, I cried once in the classroom, but I cried a lot during that class, because it was just, when I don't understand something, it frustrates me to no end. And when I get super mad, I cry. Which is, there you go. That's another free thing you can know about me, because that wasn't on my list. When I get super mad, I cry. 24, which is actually a really good segue into that. 24, I have word vomit. So I just kind of say what comes to my head. And sometimes I regret what comes out, because it makes me either sound stupid or it just doesn't sound the way that I meant it to sound. So, usually I try to fix that, and I've gotten better at my word vomit, but it's still kind of bad. I was talking to a friend, and he was talking about how he lifted, and I was like, wow, really, you lift? Like, you don't even look like you lift. And I was like, oh, that sounded kind of rude. I'm so sorry. And I apologized. I was like, I didn't mean it like that. It's just like, you're so, scrawny or whatever, and that didn't help. But either way, he laughed at me, and it was fine. It wasn't a huge deal. But yeah, I've said some pretty crappy, well, not crappy, like, not crappy to me, but like lame, makes me sound stupid things. Especially in my biology class. Pretty sure that teacher thinks I'm an idiot. But I'm not. 25. Because I have to turn the page. I write poetry. I probably should have remembered that, because I do that a lot. Sorry. It's like above me, so I had to turn it. I write poetry a lot. It's just a really good way to express how I feel. Not even just about me personally, but about things that I see, or, just the way that a specific thing makes me feel. Not even just like a person or a feeling, like just like an object sometimes. or how I perceive something. And so it's cool to do that. Actually, a lot of my family writes. My mom writes fan fiction, and she probably wouldn't want me to tell you that, but she doesn't watch my channel. So hopefully she doesn't start watching, because she probably wouldn't be happy that I told you that. I don't understand why it's a big deal. She's really good at it, so she shouldn't be ashamed. But I feel like it's one of those embarrassing things you wouldn't want people to know. My older brother's pretty good. He doesn't write as much anymore. He's in college now, so he's kind of focusing on his schoolwork. So he doesn't really have time to write. I only write poetry because I'm not really good at writing stories. Like, I'm not good with the transition, period. So I like to stick to poetry. My brother right underneath me is really good at poetry and writing. I just wish he would do it more. Like, he only does it when he's assigned to do it. It kind of sucks because he's so good at it. I love to read the things that he writes. It's just beautiful, and I just wish he would do more of it, and he doesn't. And then my youngest brother, he does Power of the Pen, which is like a writing competition kind of thing for middle schoolers. They don't have it in high school, which kind of sucks, because I would have done it. But he's starting out. He didn't win any awards at his competition, but he's kind of new to it, and I feel like he's learning a lot. And what he writes is pretty good. Like, he writes sophisticated for his, he's in 7th grade now, but he wrote pretty sophisticated. I wish I had one of the things that he wrote. It was ridiculous. He was in, like, 5th grade and he wrote it, and I was like, this is deep, dude. I couldn't have written something like that. That's crazy. Not at that time, at least. I wouldn't have been able to do it in 5th grade. I was too busy being stupid. Not really. I was just really into basketball and stuffed animals, so I wouldn't have had time to write cool stuff. Anyway, there you have it. Those are the 25 things that you don't know about me. If you like this video, please subscribe. There are more stuff coming, and I promise once I get more established, it won't be as rough as this. Like I said in my coming out video, I shoot this on my school iPad, so I don't really have the best quality, but I'm hoping to kind of like get a camera and make it better. And I'm hoping to do more vlogs eventually, when I actually have something cool to vlog about, because I don't right now. Anyway, I hope that this helped you to kind of get to know me a little bit better, and please comment below what you think. And if you have any ideas of videos that you would like me to do, comment below. Also, if you like this, tell your friends to watch it and to subscribe, because that would just be awesome. I really hope that this, takes off. And like I said, usually my intent is for this to be more aimed towards helping youth who are gay, who are out, or even in the closet. So I'd like to do advice stuff with that, and just videos, even just videos to help you, know that you're not alone. So if you have any ideas for that, comment below as well. I just hope that you enjoy this. If you were surprised by anything, like you didn't expect me to like or dislike something, comment below. Hopefully I'll have another video here in the next week or so. Anyway, thank you for watching this, and I hope that you all have a great week, and it's warmer wherever you live, because it's really cold here right now. So anyway, peace. I hope you have a great week. I know that I intend to, especially if I get to go back to school. I never thought I'd say that, but I'm so tired of being home. So, until next time.